Alright, let me show y'all how this thing works, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to actually use it for a helmet or something, okay? Or convert something over to it. This is an equipment system. So as you can see, you just walk up with something, you can equip it. Um, there's no unequipping, so you just kind of swap stuff out. And, yep. You got these guys, obviously, but, ignore this action, but, yep. That's how it works. So, now I'm gonna show you guys how under the hood actually works. Um, you go, you have a middle. Your middle is where it's gonna like, okay, so the torso would be right here. It would look kind of like this. All right. So you'd have your torso right here. I usually set this to 1, simply just, no, 0 0.5, sorry. It's just better that way, I don't know. Anyway, basically that's just going to be your middle part. You're going to put your config in there, and then all of your stuff's going to be here, your config. And then you're also going to tag this with the equipment system. Okay. For your scripts, I mean, you can leave them in here, but I would recommend doing it like this instead. Just put them in here, and then put this in here. Yeah, like that. And then, so let's actually get to understanding all of this. This is actually the wrong kind. I'm going to have to update that because that's outdated. So, which character limb slash part? So this is where your middle is going to be. That's like what this is for. So this is your head. And also, you need to set your primary part of your model to the middle and then group everything else inside of it because it's on groups. So if you have this on group in your character, you're just gonna have a bunch of meshes everywhere. Yeah. Accessory. So, helmet and hats. This is for helmets and hats. If you equip a helmet or a hat, then it'll replace this instead of just adding on. That's what that's for. And then this is the limit of the amount of things you can have on at once of that category. And then accessory mode. So accessories are usually not used, I would imagine. People are not going to be using it a lot. But basically what this does is it randomly chooses an accessory. So like this, or this, or this plus this plus this, um, or yeah, or just this. And this is tagged with ES, so you want to tag your accessories with ES accessory, the regular ones, and then if you want one to roll away from, like, so if you want glasses plus scrim, for example, like if you just did it regular, you'd never get that because it would just go for this one, or this one. But if you set this to ES accessory equals 1, then you can have both of these, just this, or just this, or just this. So, yeah. Um, that's what that's for. I haven't really used it anywhere else here, though. So for clothing, I suggest you just use these rigs, but, I mean, you don't have to. Uh, Basically, if you look inside of them, they're just squished down. They don't have any kind of parts. They are tagged with the equipment system. The primary part is a torso, and the clothing is named. It does copy over the color 3. It does copy over the shirt template. So yeah, that's just how those work. So for these, I'm gonna actually redo these right now, and I'm gonna show you how I would do that. So just you know, this is helmets and hats head. I'm gonna change this to torso, and yes, this works with R15. You none of these scripts are, or none of these things are for R15 now. I'm gonna name this chest rig, and I'm gonna turn this to nil because I don't want that. And yeah, that's basically all I had to do with that. And now, if I go in game, there we are. Pretty simple. Alright, so for actual conversion, I'm just gonna grab like a WhoRAM model to show you the full step-by-step process of converting it in. We're just gonna do a helmet. Let's see here. I'll grab this one. Alright, so literally all you had to do is grab a character. If you already have a middle, then you don't really have to do this part. It's like already scripted for something, but you just want to change it over to this system. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this position of the head. You can alt-click on stuff, by the way. That's how you select stuff inside of models. This would appear that it's already got like a offset on it or something. I'm going to ungroup this to make it a little bit more realistic for what other people would be having. So it'd probably be offset like this. You're literally just going to you can delete every other limb actually, and everything inside of this. Like base. Okay, so you get this head, and now you just put this on here, and alright, yeah. So I'm gonna copy this. Actually, I'm just gonna group these together. I'm gonna set this as my primary part. What? Why is that over there? Oh, golly, I love Roblox. You can also just move the head, I guess. I guess be careful if you remove everything inside of it, then it's gonna do finicky stuff, so that's super gay, but I mean, whatever. So, now we're just gonna set this primary part, middle, group this up together. I'm gonna set this as the chin strap. That's not the chin strap. That's the chin strap. Alright. I'm gonna name that, and name that. Okay. Now I'm going to delete these. This to 0.5. I would suggest keeping all this off. This is important to keep on, or else the proximity prompts won't work. You just color this blue, smooth plastic, and yeah. Alright, so now you need to, there. So now we need to go over here and grab an equipment config. Okay, I'm gonna grab it from this one because this is no variation, but it's still helmets and hats. So you can just copy from these. Now, if you want to do vest, I recommend you rename chest rig to vest. Yeah. So now we just put this in here. Equipment system. And then set that to that. And make sure all of this is anchored. Alright, so this should be, in theory, working, right? Um, Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and attempt to try it out. As you can see, it's on my head, and then if I go over here with this stuff, it will swap out for it because it's helmets and hats. So, yeah, that's basically the gist of it all. And, yeah, and you can see the variation and stuff right there. I have these are like glasses on my character, and then these are the actual in-game glasses. They're a little low, though, I'm not gonna lie. I need to put them up. But, yeah, that's basically about it. Yep. I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe because I don't care.